Hello, welcome back to some baseball. So today I have some Fall Classic 1953 action on the table. We have the Philadelphia Phillies in New York to visit the New York Giants at the Polo Grounds. This is game number 34 of the replay. It's Monday, April the 20th. So this is the first game of the day, kind of a light schedule today. There's a doubleheader against Washington and Boston, and then Milwaukee's in St. Louis, and this game here. That's it for the day. So this is the first one of the day. This is a rematch of a game last week in Philadelphia in which the Phillies won 4-3. So on the mound for the Giants is Larry Jensen. He took the loss in that game. On the mound for the Phillies is Robin Roberts, who got the victory. And so without further ado, we'll get it going. It's a beautiful afternoon here at the Polo Grounds, and we will get things started. So again, doing things a little different. If you have any questions about it, you can refer to the initial thoughts on Fall Classic Baseball that I posted. Trying to curb the offense just a little bit, something that I believe is an issue, but still a great game. And so I'm looking to try to get that back down to tolerable levels and make adjustments as I need to. So let's see here, make sure we got everything. It's looking good. In the upper left-hand corner is the score board. Lower left-hand corner is the stats. The upper line is the real life stats. The yellow line is the replay stats, and the red line is the today stats. So let's get it started. So I got to see what kind of stuff they have. So again, one of the things I did to try to curb it is either the pitcher has an A or a B. I use the C for if they get tired instead of doing the D. So we'll start with Robin Roberts. He gets a 3. So Robin Roberts has his A stuff today. So I don't change the A. So it's 1 to 6 is an A, and anything else is a B is kind of how I'm doing it. And again, as I get into this, I will make adjustments, maybe back the other way. But yeah, I have been doing incremental adjustments, and it doesn't seem like it's changed much. But Larry Jensen will come in with the B, so they get what they would have got normally. So I think we're ready to get her going. So leading off for the Phillies will be Connie Ryan. Again, it's been a while since I've done a game, so get back into the flow. So bear with me with that. And also, when you play a game with the YouTube, it's a bit different than when you're playing it by yourself. So I'll try to get my table set up to where everything will go as smooth. So it probably won't be quite as quick as by myself, but we will have a good time nonetheless. So anyway, Connie Ryan leads off. He's off to a good start, 429 so far on the year. So that's a 51. No KD, so that will be an error check. Let's see whose defensive prowess will be tested. 22, that's the shortstop. That's Alvin Dark. His E rating is a 20, so that's pretty high. So he will, let's see, on a 22, that's going to be a one-base error. So he will not be able to field it cleanly. And the Phillies lead off with a base runner. So I do keep score as usual, so that will slow us down a bit. Again, it'll be fun. So E6, Alvin Dark. So I'm doing the automated stolen bases, so nothing on Connie Ryan's card for that. That brings up Richie Ashburn to the plate. He is a good bunter, but he's also their best offensive hitter. So here early on, Jensen's he's a decent pitcher, but nothing major. So I think they're going to let Ashburn hit away. He gets a 65. That's a home run check on the pitcher's card, but he's a -9. Larry Jensen is a 12, so he would need a 3, and he's not going to get it. So that's a fly ball out to left field. And with the runner on first, he will hold at first. So Ashburn takes it the other way, hits it relatively deep, but Monty Urban will track it down for out number 1, leaving Connie Ryan at first with 1 out. Johnny Wirestack, he's off to a bit of a slow start, hitting 111 with an RBI. That's another home run check, and that may be trouble as he's a -2. That makes a 10, and that is going to be gone. So Wirestack connects with a fastball. hits it out to right center field, and he hits his first home run of the year. And the Phillies are up 2-0. So he got all of that one. Left-handed hitting Wiersteck connects with his first of the year. RBIs 2 and 3. So that nobody on, and Dell Ennis steps to the plate. He's already hit 2 taters himself. Right-handed batter versus the right-handed Jansen. Both pitchers today are right-handed. That's a 21. That's going to be an out. That's popped up. 1. And the right-handed hitter, that's going to be popped up to first. Again, this is a homemade thing. 1, 2, or 3 for a first baseman is foul. That's going to be in fair ground. As Lockman calls for it for out number 2. 2 away, nobody on. Earl Torgerson. He's hitting .250. Home run, a double, and a triple. So he's hit for the cycle, just not all in one game. 56, and that's going to be a strikeout looking. So Jansen paints the outside corner with a nice fastball. Torgerson thought that one may have been a bit outside, but his opinion doesn't count. And that'll do it for the Phillies. They do get 2 runs on a hit and 1 error, leave nobody on. After half an inning, 2-0 Philadelphia. All righty, I'll bring the Giants up to the plate. Davey Williams hitting .176 is off to a bit of a slow start. He had a good year there, as you can see. Again, Robin Roberts 1-0 with a 3 ERA as he won that game in Philadelphia against these very Giants. That's an 11, and 15 is going to be a walk. So Davey Williams draws his second walk of the year. And he's going to see about trying to steal a base. Which is ill-advised because he stole 2 and 9 tries, so not very good at it. But again, that's the beauty of doing automated, because in Stratomatic, where you make all the decisions, you would never, at least I would never try that. So, but anyway, he's a 4. Burgess is the catcher today. His arm is average, so he won't adjust any. So we will roll and see what he gets. Oh, how about that? He is safe. So just in under the tag. So you never know what will happen. So that's a 3. And that's also an error check. Burgess's error is just a 1. So Granny Hamner is able to field it. But Williams in with his, I believe, his first stolen base of the season. So you had to question Leo Droscher's wisdom on that, but apparently he knew something we didn't. So Davey Williams finds himself at second base with Whitey Lockman coming to the plate. Left-handed hitting first baseman's hitting .333 with a double so far. Got a runner on second. And here's the pitch to Roberts. So Roberts in trouble early. And that's a 64. And that's an automatic out on Lockman's card. That's an 8. Fly ball to center field. White die is a 1. Something might happen, but it's not. So Williams will hold it second, as Lockman's not able to advance the runner. Out number 1. Bobby Thompson, he's hitting .471. 2 bombs, 4 runs driven in. Off to a good start. Right-handed batter. Oh, 66, and that's hit high, and that's hit deep. And Enos will just watch that one fly over the left field fence. Home run number 3 for Bobby Thompson. So just like that, we have a tie ball game. Home run number 3, which ties him for the league lead. And the major league lead, for that matter. Get my pen to work. All right, homer number 3, 2 runs driven in. And that leaves nobody on and 1 out for Monty Irvin, who's hitting .417. He has a tater and 3 runs driven in. And he hits one high and he hits one deep. And it's home run number 2 for Monty Irvin. And what looked like maybe a pitcher's duel is looking to be anything but. So back-to-back home runs by the Giants. And they are up by 1. Home run number 2. Solo shot by Monty Irvin. So Roberts trying to see if he can get his crap together here. He'll face Don Mueller, who's hitting .533. That's a 45. And that's going to be an out. Ground ball down to Connie Ryan at second base. This one stays in the ballpark, and there's 2 away. Alvin Dark, former Boston Brave. He's hitting .111, so he's off to a bit of a rough start. Did have a good year in real life, though, however. That's a 51. That's a 2, so that'll be a strikeout looking. So nice curveball by Roberts. Now buckled Mr. Dark's knees, and he watched it go by for out number 3. However, Giants regain the lead. After 1, it's 2-3, or 3-2, New York. All right, so 2 runs, 3, okay. Granny Hamner will lead off for the Phillies here in the top of the second. He's hitting .300 and has a home run himself. So Roberts with his ace stuff is not off to a good start. That's a 22, and that's going to be a single line drive past Spencer. Irvin will go over and backhand it and throw it back in to hold Hamner to a single. That brings up Puddinhead Willie Jones. He's hitting .250, no home runs, no runs driven in thus far. He's a decent hit and runner. Lockman is not that great of a base stealer. Just let him hit away here early on. And he hits one high and he hits one deep. And that is going to be home run number 1 for Puddinhead, and the Phillies have regained the lead. It's like a home run derby going on here today. Both managers are hoping these pitchers will calm down. First 2 runs driven in for Willie Jones, and it is now 4-3 Philadelphia. Smokey Burgess hitting .667 and just 3 at-bats, however. 45, and that's going to be a ground ball to Dark at short. As Burgess slaps it the other way, he sets and throws for the first out of the inning. Robin Roberts will step to the plate. One thing I really like about Fall Classic that other games don't do is that you get pitcher hitting cards, especially with older seasons like this. That's a very nice touch. In the printed set as well. Again, I think the cutoff is 15 at-bats. So 45, and that's an automatic out on Roberts' card. That's popped up on the infield. Spencer is going to call for it, and in foul ground, he makes the play. Foul out number 5. So 2 away. And that brings Connie Ryan to the plate. He reached on an Alvin Dark error and scored on Johnny Warstek's first homer of the year. And there's a double ground ball down the line. Spencer is not able to get to it. It hits the wall, and Monty Irvin, who has some experience here at the Polo Ground, plays it nicely, but not before Connie Ryan is into second with his first double of the year. I don't remember last time I rolled this many 66s. Stand-up double for Connie Ryan, 2 out. Runner on second for Richie Ashburn, who flew out to Monty Irvin in his first effort of the game. So that will left-handed hitting Ashburn versus the right-handed throwing Jensen. That's a 31. Again, that's going to, with me trying to curb the offense a bit, that's going to be a fielding check. see whose defensive prowess is checked. 22 is a center fielder, Thompson. Thompson's range is a 7, and he's not going to get to it. So that will be a single to center field. He holds it third. If 2 out, there's an assist chance at home. Batter to second. So there is 2 out. So Thompson's assist number is 4. So if we get a 1, 2, 3, or 4, he's going to gun down Ryan at the plate. And he does. Close play, but Westrom hangs on to the ball. And that'll do it for the Phillies. So Bobby Thompson comes up firing and gets Ryan at the plate. He has a good arm, but they thought they would test it with 2 outs. So a single. Ryan is out. That would be 8-2. All right. So get my scorecard here. 8-2 for out number 3. Single for Ashburn, but for Knott. So as I said in my initial impression of this game, is that's one thing that this game does that none of the other games I've played does, is that you get a lot more plays like that because it's automated first, and second, the outfielder's arms are divided between good arms and outfielders with a lot of assist. So I like it. Anyway, 4-3 Philadelphia as we go to the bottom of the second. Okay, let's make sure. Looks like everything is still good there. All right, so Darrell Spencer playing third base this afternoon. He'll step in against Roberts. So New York finds themselves down by 1. And the right-handed hitting Spencer gets a 41, and that's going to be an out, as Roberts doesn't walk too many. That'd be a walk for most pitchers, but as it is, it's popped up 1. I think that'll be the third baseman, or the first baseman, rather. It is. 1, 2, or 3. It's going to be foul, and it's in foul ground. Ferguson over by the railing, has room, and puts it out away for out number 1. Eighth in the lineup, hitting Wes Westrom. He's hitting 143 here in the early going. 56, and he strikes out swinging. Overpowered by the Roberts fastball. Good movement on that one by Roberts for out number 2. Larry Jensen, right-handed hitting pitcher, will face his opposing pitcher. 53, that's going to be a range check. So 55, that's the third baseman. Puddinhead Jones sports a 12 range, and he's going to make that play. So nice defense by Puddinhead. Fires across the infield. Jensen not running terribly fast. Is gunned down by quite a few steps, and Giants go in order. So for the first inning, nobody has scored. We go to the top of the third, still 4-3 Philadelphia Phillies. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Philadelphia. Wiersteck hit his first home run in his first effort of the game. He will face down Jansen here in the third. 23, that's an out, and that's going to be a line drive hit at Lockman. And he snags it from the air for out number 1. So he pulled a good fastball, but Lockman is there, 1 away. Dellin, as he popped out to Lockman, his first at bat. 45, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Mueller. Not very deep. He will take a few steps toward the infield and snag it for out number 2. 2 away for Earl Torgerson. He struck out looking to end the first. Here is the pitch from Jansen. 15, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Thompson. Again, not very deep. Thompson will take it and catch it and head to the dugout as the Phillies go in order in the third. Top of the order due up for the Giants here in their half of the third inning. Davey Williams, he stole his first base miraculously in the first and scored on Bobby Thompson's third dinger of the season. Again, Roberts with his A stuff today, seeing if he can do better than he has thus far. That's a 36, and that's going to be a ground ball hit out to Ryan. He fields it cleanly, throws on to Torgerson, one away. Roberts with a nice inside fastball jammed him, and Williams not able to get around on it. Hits it weakly to Ryan, one out. Whitey Lockman will step up next. He flew out to Ashburn. And his first at bat, 26, and that Roberts is a righty, so that's a single. In between Hamner and Jones. Ennis will play it on 2 hops and throw it back in. Base hit for Lockman. He has average speed, so the way Fall Classic grades their base runners is not necessarily speed, but according to them, the ability to get the extra base. And so, like, for example, Robin Roberts is fast, whereas Connie Ryan is average. So I assume they're stats that, it's more the ability to take the extra base. So that's an interesting concept. Again, not sure how they come up with those numbers, but a little different than just blazing speed. So 1 out, 1 on for Bobby Thompson. He again hit his third home run of the year off Roberts in the first. Roberts trying for better things here this time. And that's a 14, and that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. 17, and Lockman will hold. So that X there, that would have been a double play if it was a ground ball, but as it is, he did get it in the air, and Ennis puts it away for out number 2. So 2 out, 1 on first for Monty Irvin, who hit the second half of the back-to-back bombs in the first. Again, he's got 2 for the year, hitting .462. So right-handed Irvin, 54, and that's going to be, with a runner on, it's going to be a wild pitch check. Robin Roberts is only a 1-4, so nice block by Burgess, and Monty Irvin will step back into the box for another effort. 53, that's a 2, so that's not going to pass the KD check, and that's a strikeout looking by Roberts. So nice change up there. Monty Irvin back on his heels. Will strike out looking to end the inning. We've got 3 in the books. Philadelphia sporting a 1-run lead. As usual, any comments or suggestions on the layout? Again, you get a new game. Figure it out on your table, and then if you're doing a YouTube video, you have to figure that out as well. So again, any suggestions or comments are welcome. All right, Granny Hamner will step up. He singled and scored to lead off the second. That's a 45, and that's an out on Hamner's card. That's a hit down to the 15. They do change some of those. Even though that's the third baseman, they do change some of those to the shortstop because there's more ground balls to the shortstop, which makes sense to me. So as it is, Dark fields it in the hole, backhands it, fires across the infield for out number 1. Willie Jones hit his first home run back in the second. He will face Jansen here in the fourth. 1 out, nobody on. 31, and that's a single, but again, I'm checking the range. So 23, that's hit out to center field. Bobby Thompson sports a 7, and he's not going to get that, so it'll drop for a single. So again, no change from the result that time. I do keep track on my scorecard of how many times a single is turned into an out, and so far I haven't had 4 has been the highest. And even with that, the averages and on-base percentages are a little high still. But again, I've made it to where it's 31 through 36 now on the pitcher's card. And cut out all C pitchers. So again, we'll see how that goes. I might need to make adjustments as we go. That's one good thing about doing a full season as played. You get the whole league and the whole team. And with Strat, I obviously have all the stats. So it can help me kind of see how things go. Smokey Burgess, left-handed hitting catcher, will be up next. He grounded out to Dark. That's a 54. Again, that's going to be a wild pitch check. Only a 1-2, and I'm sure Westrom's pass ball isn't any higher than that. It's not. So nice block by Westrom. Burgess will step back in. Left-handed batter's box. That's a 63. That's an out. That's going to be a line drive to center field. And nobody will advance on that one as Thompson grabs it. Hit hard. Thompson right there for out number 2. Smokey Burgess was a very good hitting catcher in his career. All right, 2 away. Puddinhead Jones still on first. Robin Roberts 0 for 1. He fouled out to Spencer. That's a 12, and that's a line drive. Let's see, line drive 2. That's hit right back to the pitcher. So Jensen in self-defense fields that one, and that'll do it. Line out 1. No runs, no hits. 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Still 4-3 Philadelphia. So it looks like both pitchers might have settled down a bit after that home run derby we had in the first couple innings. We got 5, 6, and 7 up for New York. Don Mueller will lead off. Left-handed hitting right fielder. He grounded out for the second out in the first. That's a 16, and that's a pop out to short. I say 1 is a foul, and that'll be in fair ground. Hamner waves everybody off. And that one brings a rain, but he waits for it and puts it away for out number 1. Al Dark. He struck out looking in his first at bat. Third time he struck out. He only struck out 34 times in 647 at bats. Another thing I like about 50s baseball is that the strikeouts were much more tolerable in my estimation. 24, so that's a hit pitch, 1-6. Roberts will take 2 off of that, and so that's not a hit batter, so that's a 15. That'll be a ground ball to short. Alvin Dark hits a worm burner to Hamner, and Hamner has to hurry as Dark has good speed, but he gets him in time for out number 2. Darryl Spencer, third baseman extraordinaire, will step to the plate. Nobody on, 2 out. He fouled out to Torgerson. And that's a 46, and we got a ballpark check. So he is a right-handed hitter of 14, and that's going to be popped up in foul ground on the right side. And Torgerson has room here at the Polo Grounds. He puts it away to end the inning. So that's a back up 1, foul out to first. So they go in order. That's the second time that Roberts has retired the Giants in order. And again, looks like both pitchers have settled into a groove here after 4. Philadelphia with a 1-run lead. Connie Ryan, top of the order for the Phillies. Again, he'll step in with a 1-run lead. Jensen trying to keep the deficit at 1 if at all possible. Let's see. Jensen has a 27 batters faced. That's 3 times through the lineup. Robin Roberts with a 36. He can go through 4 times before he has trouble with potential tiredness. All right, Connie Ryan, right-handed hitting second baseman. That's a 13. That's 1-4 is a walk. It's not. It's going to be a strikeout swinging. So Ryan whiffs. That's the second strikeout today for Jensen. 1 away. Richie Ashburn, who you normally think of as a leadoff hitter, but he did hit second quite a bit. So one out, nobody on. One for two today is Mr. Ashburn. That's a 12, and he's going to single past Lockman at first. That ground ball, Lockman just couldn't get to it, and that'll roll into right field for a base hit. Second hit today for Ashburn. That's the 7th hit today for the Philadelphia club. And so, let's see, that would be a 12. So nothing going on the speed here for Ashburn. He runs with an F ability. One out, one on. Or Johnny Wirestack. He's 1 for 2 with that 2-run home run in the first. And that's going to be an 11. 1-9 is a walk. So first walk issued by Jensen, and he finds himself in a bit of hot water here as he has got 2 on and 1 out. Wirestack at first is average. Ashburn at second is fast. That brings up the dangerous Dell Ennis. He's 0 for 2 today. He definitely is capable of putting this game out of reach. So Jensen quaking in his boots. Let's see what he can do with Mr. Ennis. 43, and that's going to be an out. 15. It's going to be a grounder to short. That's a fielder's choice. Let's see. Oh, it's short. 6-4. An S or an A arm turns a 6-4-3 double play. That would be Mr. Davey Williams, and he is indeed an A arm. So nice pivot, and that will be ending 4-6 or a 6-4-3 double play. So again, taking into the count the pivoting guy this time, not the fielder. Out, stays 6-4-3. So that killed that rally. In the scorebook here, Dell Ennis, 6-4-3 double play. Bottom of the 5th, still 1-run deficit for the Giants as they bat here. Got 8, 9, and 1 scheduled up. Wes Westrom will lead off the festivities. He struck out swinging. Here is the delivery, 62, and that's going to be another strikeout, this time swinging once again. So Westrom not able to make contact on Mr. Roberts as he strikes out for the second time. That's the 4th strikeout for the day for Roberts. Larry Jensen will step in. He grounded out to Jones. 65, and that's going to be, again, this is good interaction here, so Larry Jensen's not going to get a home run chance, so that's just going to be an out. That's going to be a line out 5. That's hit right at Jones, so Jensen gets around on a changeup. But Willie Jones is there to snag it for out number 2. 2 out, nobody on. Davey Williams, leadoff hitter. Lead off. Or not lead off. He'll bat here now with 2 out. That's a 36, and that's going to be an out. That's a 3, so that's going to be a ground ball down to the third baseman. Willie Jones makes that play with no difficulty. Fires across the infield to end the inning. So that's 6, 7, 8. That's 8 in a row retired by Roberts. We go to the 6th, still 4-3 Philadelphia. Five, 6, and 7 due up for the Phillies. Earl Torkelson, left-handed hitting first baseman, will start off. He's 0 for 2. 23, and that's going to be a strikeout looking. So Jensen with a big old curve. I don't think Torkelson thought that one would come in, break as much as it did, but he is out nonetheless. Second time he struck out looking today. You might want to take the bat off his shoulders and swing once. 1 out. Granny Hamner, he's 1 for 2 with a run scored. 41, and that's going to be a base on balls. So Hamner walks for the second time this year. That's the second walk issued by Jensen today. 1 on, 1 out for Willie Jones. He's 2 for 2 with a home run, 2 runs driven in. Runner on first. Here is the delivery from Jensen. Uh-oh, that's trouble. That's just going to be a walk, so not too bad trouble. Jones walked 85 times, so he had a good on-base percentage. So they have him on first and second, 1 out. For Smokey Burgess. Again, good hitting catcher. Left-handed hitting catcher. So little activity stirring around in the Giant bullpen. Big at bat here in the game. That's going to be a ballpark check, and that's going to be a 10. He's a lefty. That's popped up and foul ground down the third base line. Spencer over, and he'll have room here at spacious foul ground area at the Polo Grounds for out number 2. Big out there. As Jansen induces Smokey Burgess to pop it up. 2 out, 2 on for Robin Roberts. So can Robert help himself here? We shall see. Runners on first and second. 2 out. That's a 41, and he is going to walk him. Not what Jansen wanted to do. So he loads the bases by walking the pitcher. 3 walks this inning. And he is now at 27. So he is at his point of weakness, to coin a Strat phrase. So Leo Droscher is going to see what he can do with Connie Ryan. This might be his last at bat if he's not able to retire Ryan. Ryan's 1 for 3 with a double. He was gunned down at the plate by Thompson to end the second. 65. Oh, no. That's hit high and that's hit deep. And he's not going to get that one. A grand slam home run. So he doesn't have any adjustment. 1-12. Jansen gives up some taters. And he gives up a big one here. So grand slam home run. First home run of the year for Connie Ryan. And the Phillies are up 8-3. So that'll do it for Jansen, as he's not able to get Ryan in the clutch there. Home run number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 RBIs. All right. So let's see who the Giants might bring in. All right, so they're going to go with Ruben Gomez. Hoyt Wilhelm is their main reliever, but the 5-run deficit, they might save him for a better day. So Larry Jansen, not a good day at all. So Ruben Gomez, who's mainly a starter, is in between starts. He will get it here, see what he's got for stuff. And he comes in with his A stuff. So Gomez will see if he can stop the bleeding here. Richie Ashburn, 2 out, nobody on. Step up in the left-handed batter's box. That's a 13, and he draws a walk. Second walk of the year. So after the 3 walks, scored, loaded the bases, you would think Ruben Gomez would like to throw some strikes here. So Ashburn's going to try to get a steal. Again, Westrom is an S, so that'll take 2 off of his. Ashburn is a 13, so an 11. And he steals it, and there's nothing on the pickoff. If you roll a 1 on the white die, that's a pickoff opportunity. Let's see, that's at under 5. You have to check the Westrom's air rating, and his air rating is 4, so he proceeds to throw it into center field. Ashburn will make it to third standing. And the Giants are falling apart. Stolen base plus error. And that'll be an error on Westrom. So with 2 out, Ashburn is on third. Error number 1. Oh, that's a stolen base. E2. Second error for the Giants. And Wiresteck. He's 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk. That's a 45. Gomez on a 45 is an out. That's fly ball. Not very deep out to Mueller. He will finally get it as the crowd gives a half-hearted round of applause as the Giants are finally out of the inning. But not before the Phillies get 4 more on a grand slam home run by Connie Ryan. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 8-3 Philadelphia. Giants have their work cut out. And they've got to do it against Whitey Lockman, or against Robin Roberts. So, all right. Whitey Lockman is 1 for 2. That's a 35. 35 is an out. That's going to be a line out to third. So Lockman late on a fastball. It's a little looper liner out to Jones, and he gets it 1 away. Bobby Thompson, he's got a home run today and a fly out. 53, and that's a 2. That's going to be a strikeout looking. Strikeout number 5 for Roberts. A lot of them looking. He's got good movement on the fastball today. Monty Irving, he's got a home run. 2 out, nobody on. 45, and that's going to be an out. It's going to be a ground ball to short. Hamner will field it with no difficulty and fire on for out number 3. So Robin Roberts is in the zone here. He's retired 11 in a row. We go to the 7th, 8-3 Philadelphia. All right. Ruben Gomez, we'll see if he can keep the deficit as it is. Del Ennis will step in here in the top of the 7th. He's the only one not to bat last inning, and he is 0 for 3 today. 56, and he strikes out swinging. Gomez with a nice fastball. Blows it by Mr. Dell. 1 out. Earl Torgerson, he's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 63, and that's going to be a 1-8 strikeout, and he strikes out looking once again. So 3 strikeouts and 4 at bats, all looking. So I imagine Mr. O'Neill, the Philly manager, might encourage him to swing a little more. Granny Hamner, 1 for 2 with a walk. He's scored twice today. And that's going to be trouble. That's hit out to left field. Irvin's not going to get to it. It's in the left center field gap, which is very deep. It won't make it to the wall. Irvin cuts it off, but not before Hamner slides into second with his second double of the year. All right, that puts a runner on second with 2 out. Willie Jones, he is 2 for 2 with a walk, a home run, scored twice. Here's the pitch from Gomez. 53, and that's going to be a range check. We're going to check 12. That's the left fielder, Monty Irvin. Sports a 12, and he will flag that down. So nice D by Irvin as he gets that one deep in the alley. And that will retire the side. We go to the 7th inning stretch. 8-3 Philadelphia Phillies. Bottom of the 7th. Don Mueller will lead off for the New York Ball Club. He's 0 for 2. That's a 65. That could be trouble, but he's a -5, and Robin Roberts is a 5, so that'll make that a 0. That's going to be a ground ball to Hamner at short. 1 away. That's 12 in a row retired by Roberts. Al Dark, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 16, that's going to be a line drive, hit to short. Hit it on the screws, but right at Hamner for out number 2. Darrell Spencer, he's fouled out to Torkelson at first twice. That's 25, and that's going to be a grounder, slow grounder to Ryan at second, but he will have time to get Spencer, who's not very fleet of foot, and that will retire the side once again. So it's been the third inning since New York had a base runner. We go to the eighth, 8-3, Phillies. So Gomez, he's allowed up to 33 because he's a starter, so he can go a while. Smokey Burgess will lead off. He's 0 for 3. 62, and that's going to be a strikeout swinging. Nice fastball there again by Gomez as he struck out 3 in his appearance so far today. Robin Roberts is 0 for 2 with a walk and scored. That's a 65. He's a -6. Gomez is only a 1, so that's going to be 11 is a ground ball to third with a 5 there. Yep. Slow grounder. Spencer will fire on to retire Roberts. Roberts didn't get much of that one. He got enough to get it out to Spencer for out number 2. So 11 is like basically a slow grounder, and then the white die tells you where it went. All right, Connie Ryan, 2 out, nobody on. He hit that big grand slam bomb back in the 6th. Hoping see if he can do as well with Gomez. 54, that's going to be a rare play 12. So that's a ground ball to the pitcher. He knocks it down and fires it to first. We're going to roll against his E rating for an error. So he is out unless he throws an error. Gomez's E rating is a 14. So I already used the 12. So let's see if he can field it. That's a 12, and he throws it away. So the batter goes to second. So that's going to be a 2-base error for Gomez. Oop, try that again. I only gave him a 1-base error. Let's try it again. It's going to be a 2-base error on the pitcher. So Gomez, pace makes waste, they always say. E1, that's the 3rd mishap by the Giants. Not a great fielding day for them, so that puts Ryan on at second. Richie Ashburn, see, he had his first stolen base back in the 6th. He only had 14 for the year. Runner on second, 2 out for Richie Ashburn. 64, and that's going to be bounced back to the mound. 1 hop. Gomez fields it cleanly, throws him out easily in the inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up. 2 more chances for the Giants to overcome this 5-run deficit. Wes Westrom will lead off. We got 8, 9, and 1 due up. Oop, over there. 42, that's going to be an out. Bounce back to Roberts. Slow roller. Roberts off the mound. Scoops it up. Fires a BB to Torkelson. 1 out. So they're going to bring a pinch hitter here for Gomez. Dusty Rhodes will be called off the bench. Left-handed hitting outfielder. That's it for Jensen. Dusty Rhodes, he is 0 for 2 with a walk here in the early going. All right, Robin Roberts, this would be his 27th batter, so he's still a long way from fatigue if he can keep pitching as he is. 52, that's going to be an error check. We're going to check 41. That's going to be the second baseman, Connie Ryan, is sporting a 11 error rating, and he makes the error. So 41. Let's see. We have a 52 or 51. I can't remember. Crap. So I'm gonna go with a 51. because I can't remember if it was a 51 or 52. So in that case, it's an exotic error chart for the second baseman. Let's see, it's on the back of this one. So second baseman, exotic error, refer to the base situation. So we got nobody on. So a real bad sex-like throw to first, batter to second. A fast runner tries for third, out if the first baseman is an S. So Rhodes is a slow runner, so he is just going to take his base and be happy with that. So a two-base error by Connie Ryan as that one got away from him. First error today by the Phillies. And that's the first base runner since the third inning, and it's an error. So E4, Connie Ryan with an error. Got runner on second. Dusty Rhodes is slow. Get him on my scorecard. Pinch hit, lefty, slow. So his run doesn't really count, so we're not going to worry about a pinch runner. Okay, runner on second. 1 out for Davey Williams. He's 0 for 2. 23, that's an out. 4 with a runner on second. That's a ground ball. Runner advances. So Connie Ryan makes the play. Rhodes will make it to third easily, uncontested. There's 2 away. Oh, I didn't get him to third. Let's try that again. All right, so ground out. He goes 4-3. There we go. All right, runner on third, 2 out. Whitey Lockman. At 2 outs, see if he can get a clutch hit here to get the Giants a little closer to the Phillies. That's an 11. That's a single 1-8. As it is, it's a walk. Second walk given up by Roberts this afternoon. They have him on the corner, still 2 away. Bobby Thompson, he could make this game interesting here in a hurry. He's already got a 2-run home run today. And here is the pitch from Roberts. 32 is an out. That's an 11, so that'll be a ground ball 2. I believe that's going to be a ground ball out, just a little number out in front of the plate. Burgess out behind the plate, throws his mask aside and throws him out. So stay 2-3 on the put out. All right. Roberts gets out of a little bit of trouble there in the 8th as the Giants come up empty. We go to the 9th. Giants need a new pitcher. Let's see. We're going to go with see, they're down by 5. Let's go ahead and give, we'll see, Frank Hiller. He's already pitched a lot. Connolly is horrible. Needs to get some. He started 2 games, so we'll give him some innings then. Monty Kennedy is pretty bad. These guys that pitched 2 innings, I don't really feel obligated to give them much. And oddly enough, Strat made a mistake. They got Roger Bowman on the Giants, and he was on the Pirates. And when I tried to put him on the Pirates, it messes up the whole file. So for this replay, Bowman, who pitched 65 innings for the Pirates, he actually started 2 games for them, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I don't know why they've got him on the Giants, but he's on the Giants. Let's see. Go ahead and put him in the game. I haven't used him yet. So, again, I tried to fix that, and I couldn't figure out a good way. So, again, any replay, if you get too picky about it, you just restart it over and over. So, I've got to get his card because I think it's with the Pirates. Generally, their Strats stuff is better than that. But, again, it is what it is. So, Bowman will be in for Gomez. See if he can get the 9th. is a lefty. Let's see what kind of stuff he has. An 8, so he will have B stuff. Alrighty. Johnny Wiresteck will lead off here in the top of the 9th. He is got a home run and 3 at-bats and a walk. 32, and that's going to be a double. That's hit down the first base line. Lockman won't get to it. Hits the wall. Mueller will field it, and Wiresteck is in with his first double of the year. So I don't mess with the doubles. Again, just the singles in that area. So I think that would mess up the slugging percentage if you start messing with extra bases. So that's a double. Number 1 for Wiresteck. Lead off double for the Phillies. Runner on second. Dell Ennis, who's 0 for 4 today. Step in next, looking to get on track for the afternoon. 25, that's an out. That's an 11. Hit to third base. That runner's going to advance as it's a slow grounder, and Spencer, all he can do is just get the out. Get Ennis by a step. 5-3. Wiresteck is on third with 1 out. So they're going to play the infield back. Behind this far, they just see if they can get an out. They don't want to give up another big inning. So Torgerson is 0 for 4. 55, and that's going to be a double hit out to center field. Thompson over the head of Thompson. Double number 2 of the year. Wiresteck will score easily, and it's 9-3, Philadelphia. So the Giants are wanting to send Bowman back to the Pirates. RBI for Torgerson. Granny Hamner is 2 for 3. Leo DeRocher is going to hang with Bauman on this one. So 54 is an 11, and that's going to be a wild pitch. Weststrom's pass ball rating is not that high, I don't believe. It's not, so a wild pitch. Torgerson finds himself at third. Again, they will play the infield back, trying to get the out. Wild pitch for Bowman. Granny Hamner still at the plate. 14, that's a ground or a fly ball out to center field. The runner holds, so not very deep. If it was a Juan White die, it might have some opportunities, but as it is, it's not deep enough, and Torgerson will hold at third, out number 2. All right, 2 out. Runner on third. Willie Jones is 2 for 3 with a walk and a home run. 2 runs driven in. 33, and he draws a walk. His second walk of today, 6th of the year. Again, he will get a few of those this year. So they got him on the corners. 2 out for Smokey Burgess, who's 0 for 4 this afternoon. Left-handed batter. Bowman is a left-handed pitcher, so hopefully that'll fare well for the Phillies, or the Giants, I mean. And it doesn't. That's a single. 10, and that's going to be an infield single. So hit hard to Williams. Williams knocks it down, but he's not able to field it. Run will score. First RBI of the season for Smokey Burgess. As Torgerson scores 2 runs this inning for the Phils. Infield single and an RBI. That brings up Robin Roberts. 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. 65. And that's hit high and that's hit deep. He had 1 home run, so that's a -6. Bowman is needs a 9, and he got a 4. So a 3-run home run by Robin Roberts, and I'd say that is pretty much the death knell for the Giants this afternoon. Home run, 3-run Tater, and they're going to stick with Bowman. He's got a 13 pitcher batters faced. Connie Ryan, 23, and he strikes out swinging, so that'll do it. Not before the Phillies add insult to injury. Go to the bottom of the ninth. It is 13-3. 5 runs that inning. So Robin Roberts looks like he's got a bit of a cushion here. He'll start with Monty Irvin, who is 1 for 3 with a home run. 64, that's going to be an out. Ground ball to second baseman. Ryan makes the play, out number 1. Don Mueller, 333 hitter, 0 for 3 today. That's going to be a single to center field. That'll drop in front of Ashburn. So the one thing is, as far as the automated steals and all that, if it's the 9th inning and you're behind by 3, or by 2, I mean, you can play it safe. So they'll do that now. Al Dark, he gets a 13. That's an out. 15. It's going to be to shortstop. S or A arm turns us double play, and I believe Ryan is indeed measures up to that. He is an A. So that's a 6-4-3 double play, and that will mercifully end it for the Giants. Out. 6-4-3. All right. So let's get the box score here. You probably won't be able to see it, but get that 6-4. So we had a pretty good game going up to the 6th anyway, as the Phillies are victorious over the Giants once again in this pitching matchup. Not nearly as close as it was the last time. So the Phillies get 13 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. The Giants score 3 with 4 hits, 3 errors. Let's see. Go to the box score. Robin Roberts improves to 2-0 with a 3 ERA. Jansen falls to 0-2 with a 6.39 ERA. The Phillies are 4-0. They are now tied with the Milwaukee Braves, who in their first year as the Milwaukee Braves are off to a 4-0 start as well. And the Giants dropped to 1-4, so they did not have a great year this year. But they have a better percentage than this in real life. So anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. It was good to get a game back on the channel. We'll say Fall Classic is a pretty good game to broadcast on YouTube. So anyway, there you go. As usual, any comments are appreciated, and I will see you next time.